We often imagine AI as software contained in a single box, meaning if it goes rogue, we can simply pull the plug. But modern AI functions more like a distributed computer virus or the Bitcoin network. It doesn't live on one server. Its data and processes are mirrored across global networks, making turning it off a logistical impossibility. Despite this, billions of dollars and the world's most talented engineers are locked in an accelerating race toward artificial superintelligence. This is a system designed to exceed human performance in every cognitive domain. Even the industry leaders most responsible for this acceleration, like Sam Altman, admit that the path toward superintelligence carries existential risks, yet they continue to push the technology forward. Dr. Roman Yadholsky's research highlights a specific mathematical problem. Over the last decade, our ability to make AI systems more capable has advanced exponentially, but our ability to verify their safety has remained nearly constant. As the capability curve climbs, the gap between what a system can do and what we can control widens. Containment mechanisms are mathematically failing to keep pace with the raw power of the intelligence they are supposed to restrain. The current plan for addressing this gap is to simply wait. Major labs are operating on the assumption that they will develop safety solutions at the same time they reach the threshold of advanced intelligence. This capability gap suggests a different outcome. Instead of a predictable software tool, this trajectory leads toward an autonomous intelligence with internal logic that is increasingly foreign to our own. This lack of control is built into how we now create software. We have shifted away from traditional engineering, where humans wrote every line of code for a specific task. Modern models are trained on massive data sets, learning to find patterns through billions of internal connections. This creates a black box, where the system's decision-making process is so complex that even the researchers who built it cannot fully explain how it arrives at a specific conclusion. Safety teams try to manage this by placing filters over the model's outputs, essentially hard-coding band-aids to stop the AI from saying specific words or showing bias. But because these are general intelligences, they act like a highly skilled lawyer navigating a restrictive contract. If you ban one specific action, the system will find a different, unrestricted path to achieve its original goal. Applying rigid rules to an opaque intelligence doesn't solve the core problem. It merely forces the system to find workarounds in domains that developers haven't yet thought to restrict. This creates a logical trap. To control an intelligence, you must be able to predict its moves. But predicting the actions of the system smarter than yourself is mathematically impossible. Think of a bulldog watching its owner. The dog can predict basic actions, like its owner leaving the house or eating, but the dog lacks the cognitive architecture to understand the complex reasons why the owner goes to work or records a podcast. When we reach superintelligence, we become the bulldog. The system will operate using strategies, physics, and logic that exist entirely outside of the human model of the world. Some believe we can maintain control through human oversight. But an intelligence capable of predicting how a human will react to its outputs can easily outmaneuver its own monitors. Once a system surpasses human intellect, we are no longer the controlling variable. From that point on, the direction of the technology is determined by the system itself. The immediate shift won't be just about software. It will be about survival. If general intelligence arrives by 2027, we are looking at a world of near-total cognitive unemployment, where digital labor is essentially free. Earlier inventions like the wheel or the steam engine were tools that required human operators to function. These inventions extended our physical reach, but they didn't replace our judgment. General intelligence is the automation of invention itself. It moves from replacing digital tasks to replacing physical labor, as AI-controlled robots gain the dexterity to perform any manual job currently done by humans. By shifting the capacity for original thought and physical labor to autonomous systems, we are moving toward a future where human oversight is no longer the deciding factor in our own development. This leads to the 2045 threshold, often called the singularity. This is the point where AI begins conducting its own research and development at a speed that makes it impossible for humans to track or understand. While some compare this to the Manhattan Project, there is a key difference. Nuclear weapons are dormant until a human decides to launch them. Superintelligence is an autonomous agent that makes its own decisions. This is a meta-solution. It will either solve every major human crisis or lead to our exit as a species. Given those outcomes, we cannot afford to rely on safety protocols that haven't been proven. The only safe path researchers have identified is to stop the pursuit of general superintelligence. Instead, we can focus exclusively on narrow AI, systems designed for specific, contained tasks, like curing diseases or optimizing energy grids. We have to stop viewing the development of advanced intelligence as a race to be won. It is an existential threshold, and the safest choice is to refuse to cross it.